If you're not making money on Etsy, it's not because you chose the wrong product. It's because you chose the wrong customer. Let that sink in. See, you could be in the top trending Etsy niche of the year and still make 0 sales. I've seen this hundreds of times. Why is that? It's because the niche doesn't pay you, the customer does. This video is going to show you how to not attract customers with no money and how to identify the 4 traits that the most profitable buyers have. And then I'll teach you how to transform your entire shop from maybe a niche-based shop to then a customer-based shop. And at the very end, I have a special treat for you, and it is super valuable. It's a resource for you of the top 100 most profitable customers. Myself and my team, we've talked to over 18,000 Etsy sellers. And if you're not making money on Etsy, you're usually targeting the wrong customer. It's not because of your photos. It's not because of your prices. None of that matters if you're selling to customers who don't spend money. Selling to people who don't have money is not a good business strategy. So if you focus so much on niches, you're boxing yourself in and not allowing yourself to show up in front of people who have money. Let's say an Etsy shop sells $8 wedding printables to DIY brides who have a $1,000 budget on their entire wedding. You have great SEO, you have nice branding, but the customers still don't really have money. Now, another shop could sell $80 bridesmaid boxes to mid-30s women who are spending $10,000 on their weddings. Now, that shop, they might get fewer sales, but 10 times the profit. Same niche, but different customer and entirely different outcome. Being in the wedding niche doesn't guarantee that your customer has a big budget to spend. So if you want to get orders from people who will spend over $50, you have to sell to customers who have over $50 to spend. Now, when I worked at Zappos, we had well over 10,000 products in what you would think is the same niche. Footwear. Some brands made millions of dollars. Other brands hardly moved and we would discontinue them. And here's why. Asics attracted premium loyal buyers. They were a profitable customer. Fila attracted customers who could spend $29.99 on a pair of running shoes. Vans exploded. Things are selling at full price. The thing is, it was not about the shoe. It was always about the customer. And only certain brands aligned with profitable customers. So just thinking athletic footwear didn't mean that everyone who buys running shoes is a profitable customer. Let's take this mindset to your Etsy shop. Now, there's 4 traits that profitable Etsy customers have. And I would say the most profitable customers have at least 3 of these next 4 traits. The first trait is discretionary income. This means these people are not scraping together pennies under their couch to shop. These people could be corporate managers, consultants, real estate agents, maybe remote workers with higher pay, maybe high earning creatives like photographers or designers or influencers, or it could be like parents who shop regularly at Pottery Barn Kids and spend $1,000 a month on their kids' extracurriculars. The second trait is having low price sensitivity. So these customers, they value time, they value the experience, and they value quality. So these could be women who shop at Lululemon or Alo. These could be brides who are planning destination weddings. It could be parents who outsource everything like housekeeping and tutoring and meal prep. It could be people who golf, who are always buying new premium gear. Or it's shoppers who will want to buy from small businesses because of their personal values, even if that means spending more. Now, the third trait that profitable customers have is lifestyle spending. These people spend money on things related to their identity, their hobbies, and of course, aesthetics that they're attracted to. An example would be equestrian families, people who love and spend money on horses. These could be yoga moms who want to have coordinated workout sets for each day of the week, or Disney adults. This is a good one, who buy theme park accessories and passes and all the Disney things, or DIY home decorators, people who are spending a lot of money on redoing each room of their home and redecorating all the time for each season, or people who own expensive lake homes or vacation homes. Also, think about the types of vehicles people drive. Jeeps and people who drive big trucks. Could be gamers who have like themed home setups with neon lights and all the accessories. And then the fourth trait is profitable customers have consistent spending habits. Basically, They are steady Eddie when it comes to spending. They really don't stop spending or cut back much on spending, even in a recession. If you're thinking about what type of customer do you want to rely on for your income, you want to make sure that their spending habits are consistent. So that might be selling to grandparents who will be buying holiday gifts no matter what. Maybe customers who pay for subscription boxes, people who pay for Costco memberships or Amazon Prime. You could also do educators. They're going to shop for their classroom each season. Or nurses, they are always buying matching gear for their floors and their teams. You could also sell to parents who decorate for every holiday with themed items. They're not going to suddenly stop decorating even when the stock market goes down. Or this is another one, Etsy superfans. And there are Etsy superfans who return to Etsy for every gift-giving scenario. Those are great customers to sell to. Now, here is the goal. We talked about 4 traits. You want to stack as many of these traits into your target customer as possible. And the more traits they hit, the higher their LTV. What is LTV? The lifetime value of your customer. How much money someone will spend with you in their lifetime. Now, I get it. Etsy niches can be a trap, but top 1% sellers know better. They are building products around people, and they stay consistent with their aesthetic and their brand. They are chasing margin and profit opportunities, and the only way you'd get profit is by selling to a customer who is profitable. Here's how to go from being stuck in kind of a niche box into a scalable, customer-driven shop. The first thing we need to do is, number 1, identify your most profitable past customers. Who has spent the most money with you? Who has left the best reviews? Who has paid more than average? Who has come back on repeat? And then the second thing we need to do is build a customer persona. Let's give them a name. Maybe it's Lydia. Where do they live? Maybe they live in Los Angeles. What do they drive? Maybe she drives a Tesla. What brands do they love? Maybe they shop at Aloe and Pottery Barn. And where do they eat? They eat Whole Foods. So we're going to create our brand aesthetic around that person's vibe. Step 3 is to audit your listings. We need to kill the listings and archive and delete the listings that do not fit this customer. And then we're going to add 10 to 20 listings that directly apply to this customer. And we will prioritize products that they would want year round. Now we are going to overhaul our shop visuals, your mockups, your photos, your banner, your branding, and your SEO to be very customer focused. And we'll use mock-ups that they would vibe with, maybe models that look like them. The 5th step is to really go hard with driving traffic intentionally. So we're going to be in the Facebook groups that your customers are in. We're going to be on Pinterest using boards that they would resonate with. And we're going to be doing that daily, as well as creating content with keywords that these people would be searching. So the transformation with your shop, it's not about changing your product. It's truly about changing who you're selling to and who you're targeting. Start thinking of your Etsy shop like a brand that attracts the right buyer, not the cheapest buyer, not necessarily even the trendiest buyer, but the most profitable buyer. And I've put together a great resource for you. It's called the Top 100 Most Profitable Etsy Customers List. And it's 100 customers that you could be targeting who are actually willing to spend money on Etsy. You can stop guessing. You can download it. You can study this. You can build your product mix around this. And we will go ahead and link it in the description and then in the comments. And then if you want to learn about specific new trends that are not on Etsy that these customers are interested in, definitely check out my next video and we'll put it up here. And I'll see you in the next video.